Is this the end of the American dream in Seattle, or just the inevitable result of policies that prioritize ideology over economics? A city that once prided itself on being a global hub of innovation and commerce is now watching its wealthiest citizens and largest corporations walk out the door, and the people in charge are only just now waking up to the disaster unfolding in real time. Before we continue, if you want to stay on top of everything happening in U.S. politics, hit that subscribe button right now and leave a like. It really helps this channel grow and ensures you never miss a critical update on the shifting landscape of our nation. Let's dive into the reality of what's happening in Washington state. Seattle's new socialist mayor, Katie Wilson, took office promising a radical transformation. She campaigned on affordability, community, and standing up against what she calls a resurgent political agenda from the right. For a time, she had the full backing of local Democratic leadership, including councilmember Rob Saka, who once praised her energy and her vision for a thriving, inclusive city. But the honeymoon period didn't just end, it crashed into the harsh wall of economic reality. Mayor Wilson recently went viral for all the wrong reasons. When confronted with the reality that the city's wealthiest residents and business leaders were packing their bags and leaving for more market-friendly states, she didn't show concern. She didn't call for a meeting to discuss how to keep businesses in the city. Instead, she laughed. She literally laughed off the concerns, telling the public that claims of millionaires leaving were super overblown and adding a flippant, bye to those who choose to exit. But here's the problem. The exodus is not just a rumor. It is an objective, measurable fact. Starbucks, the literal heartbeat of Seattle's corporate identity, recently announced a massive shift of 2,000 corporate jobs to a new regional headquarters in Nashville. That is not a small adjustment. That is a departure of vital IT and supply chain talent. Meanwhile, the iconic Columbia Tower Club symbol of Seattle's business elite for 4 decades has officially shut its doors for good. The reasons? Declining office traffic, soaring vacancy rates, and a complete lack of confidence in the downtown business climate. And now, the cracks in the political wall are starting to show. Councilmember Rob Saka, who was once Wilson's biggest cheerleader, has suddenly pivoted. He told the New York Times, point blank, "I am gravely concerned." When a politician who ran on the same platform as the mayor admits that this is real, you know the situation has crossed the line from a political disagreement into an economic emergency. What's driving this? Critics point to a cocktail of bad policy. Governor Bob Ferguson just signed into law a millionaire's tax, imposing a 9.9% income tax on households earning over $1 million annually. While supporters claim this is a way to fund public services, the market is voting with its feet. When you tax success, those who create the success tend to move to places where they aren't viewed as the enemy. The Republican Party of Washington hasn't held back, accusing the city's leadership of being more interested in photo ops at new public restrooms than addressing the massive capital flight that is hollowing out the downtown core. They've labeled the current leadership as Marxist and completely out of touch with the working families they claim to represent. So where does this leave us? We are watching a live-action experiment in what happens when the disconnect between progressive policy and economic reality becomes too wide to ignore. If you drive away the businesses that pay for your infrastructure, if you insult the people who provide the tax base, and if you treat economic warnings as a joke, you lose the city. It's that simple. The question for you today is this. Do you believe that cities like Seattle can be saved from these extreme economic policies? Or is the exodus of business inevitable when a city shifts this far to the left? I want to hear from you. Drop your opinion in the comments below, because I read every single one. The situation is deteriorating fast, and the buy attitude toward job creators is going to have long-lasting consequences for the people who live and work in Seattle every single day. We'll be watching closely to see if the city council finally decides to change course before there's nothing left of the economy to save. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.